What is up, guys and gals? This is DB Collectibles coming at you with a toy review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Joytoy Apothecary Biologis. Let's just start off with what he comes with. He first off comes with his Absolver bolt pistol. Really nice details. You got the silvers and the black, and the Apothecary logo going on here with the skull. Looks really good. Same thing on the other side. Really good. And then he comes with his big gene seed canister. My only gripe about it is that these tubes here can't just be pulled out so that you don't have to hold it. Kind of makes the other hands that he comes with, which I'll show here in a second, redundant. Doesn't really need them because he always has to have this because of the tubes. The tubes look really good, but they have to be there, which is kind of unfortunate. He does come with 6 sets of hands. Comes with the grip hand, or the pistol hand, sorry, for left and right. Comes with a fist hand for left and right. I really like the detail that they didn't really have to put in, but did anyway. Looks really good with the shading down at the knuckles here. It's not just white. Looks pretty good. I like that. And then he comes with 2 gripping hands. He's got one to hold the gene seed canister, and one to hold a sword or a knife or something if you wanted to. I also forgot to mention that mine did not come with the magnifying glasses that he should have that come up to here. They use them for surgeries and stuff. My figure didn't come with that, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's talk about articulation a little bit. Something that's unique for this figure itself is this the servos that he's got up here that help with surgeries. They are articulated. Let me go ahead and show you that. I would suggest you be careful with these because with holding these in are very, very small pins, and I feel like if you're not careful with it, you're going to break it pretty easy. But it is articulated at the base here, and there is 1, 2, 3 points of articulation on the blade here, and you've got the base. You've got a point of articulation here, and the blade itself rotates, or swivels, I mean. And this little tube goes with it when you move it. But, okay, good example. That comes out right there, and you can see how small that little itty bitty peg is. So you gotta be very careful when maneuvering this guy around, and it just pops right back in. But be very careful with that, or you will end up breaking it. The light over here does have a swivel. That is very nice. His shoulders go up. Shoulders go up to about there, and that's just because he's limited because of the shoulders. Go all the way around. It is a butterfly joint. Turn it around real quick. Butterfly joint, like all of the other Joytoy Space Marines have. Gives them very good range of motion across the chest. He's got that on both sides, but you'd be pulling on the tubes if you tried it on this side, so I'd probably suggest against that. He's got double jointed elbows, a swivel at the bicep there, and ball joint wrist. Really nice, they always work well. His legs, let's turn him around real quick. He does have the tubes on the back of the legs, so I probably wouldn't recommend bending the knee too much. As you can see, the tube is already starting to come undone for me. But it is double jointed, so you can do that. Legs go up to about there. He's kind of limited with the skirt that he's got on. The loincloth goes back to there. Not very far, but hey, it's not really how humans work. They don't have to go back too far on going backwards. And then he does have an ankle joint. Rocks back and forth. Really good. And toe joint. Really big toe joint. And then I forgot to mention the waist. He does have really good joint in the upper torso here. And then he can move around in the waist. It's a little limited with the loincloth, but you can just move it out of the way. And he crunches forward that far. And then back really, really far. And his head's on a ball joint. Mine's a little loose. I don't know if you can tell in there, but it looks like it's actually not seated all the way. I'm not sure what that is. I've tried to push on it, but I don't want to break it, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. It is kind of loose because of that, but it holds its pose, so I'm not too upset about that. Let's go ahead and talk about what's on his armor, detail-wise. So on the right shoulder, you've got your Apothecary emblem behind the skull and wings. Skull and wings on the chest and the gold look really good. Got the eye scanner, which looks really good. I don't know if there's an actual name for it, but the Apothecary logo looks really good on the helmet. Details are really solid. I like the way that they shaded all the white, so it's not just flat white. Looks really good. Got the ultramarine logo with the blue and the wreaths on it. Looks really good. The detail in that wrist computer looks really good. I really like the way that they did the screen here. It looks really good. The painting on the canister looks really good. The metallic silvers and the black and the blue all look really solid. I really like it. And then underneath of the cloth, not too much detail. You got the skull and the knee and the ultramarine logo with another Apothecary logo. Looks really good. He's got a purity seal on the left side and a pouch for his bolt pistol. Looks really good. Usually these are on ball joints, but this one seems to be glued to the hip. He's got this really cool looking data pad with some canisters on his back that's glued on. It's also not a ball joint like they are sometimes. And his little pouch here is also glued on with no ball joint. I think I'm going to remove this for a project. I'm also going to take this off as well. Alright, stay tuned. I'm going to go ahead and talk about size comparisons. So give me just one moment. Alright, I had to zoom out for this, but here he is next to the Emperor's Champion and a sergeant that I customized. He's a Deathwatch vet. And here he is next to a couple of 30k Space Marines. Here he is next to a couple of Filthy Heretics. And here he is next to a couple other Gravis Marines. He's a little bit shorter than the captain over here, but he is a captain, so I kind of assumed he would be bigger. A couple Blade Guard and a Guardsman. A Tyranid Warrior standing all the way up. And a Termagant. And last but certainly not least, I wanted to show him off next to a couple Terminators. That is my review on the Apothecary Biologis. Overall, really good figure. I really like it. If you like apothecaries, then this is definitely worth buying. My only gripe would be more options with this canister here. I wish this would come out so that you weren't forced to have this in his hand. You could have something else or nothing at all. I do plan on customizing this. I will be turning him into Brutus from the Tithes on Warhammer TV. I plan on swapping his color palette. Everything's going to be blue. Keep the helmet white. I'm going to take the cloth off. Probably tear these off and glue them to the legs. I'm just going to tear these cables out, and so that he can run around without them. And like I said, I'm going to take this off and try to 3D sculpt and print a gene seed vial to put on his back. I think it'd be a really cool addition to it. But yeah, that's the figure. If you guys enjoyed the review, please let me know. I plan on making more. I will do reviews on all of the figures you saw during the size comparisons. And thank you guys for watching. Bye-bye.